So I told you I was leaving this video off where I left part 1 off at. And I was in the midst of saying like Jesus is the only perfect one. I'm not Jesus. You get what I'm saying? And it always be the ones that wanna judge you or try to look upon you and try to humble you, tell you everything that you're doing wrong, this and the third, as if they not sinners. You get what I'm saying? As if they perfect, like they Jesus Christ. You get what I'm saying? So when people try to come across you with that kind of energy, trying to make you feel like you're the worst person, whatever case may be, or they always try to criticize you, and take it for what it is. Don't ever be deceived, and don't let nobody deceive you. Because what I learned is that people will be underhanded with their criticism, with trying to be funny and throw slick shots at you. You get what I'm saying? Like they'll say something and then try to rebuttal and say, oh, I didn't mean that in that kind of way. I didn't mean no harm about it. I didn't mean to make you feel no type of way, this and the third. Whole time that was their intention. So you know what you do with people like that? Thank you, Holy Spirit, because Holy Spirit having me get right to the point. You allow people to speak. Sometimes you got to be silent. Allow people to speak. Don't cut them off in the middle of their conversation. Don't cut them off in mid-conversation. Let them say exactly what they want to say. Let them finish their sentence. Let them finish what they have to say when it comes to the conversation. Because if you rebuttal, if you cut them off too early and you show them and you give them an opportunity to try to fix what they said, that's you basically telling them I caught on. You basically telling them that I know what you offended me. You get what I'm saying? You making me feel some type of way. Allow people to finish what they gotta say and get off what they gotta get off their chest, so that you can know how they feel, so you can know their intentions, so you can know their motives. God put that principle in the Bible. He said, be in a hurry to listen, be quick to listen, slow to respond. And if you are gonna respond to what somebody said, respond with little words. Don't say much. Like, oh, okay, I understand. You get what I'm saying? Oh, I get what you're saying. I feel where you coming from. Keep it real brief. Keep it real short. You get what I'm saying? They would never know based off of those couple of words if you understood their motives, their intentions, and what they was trying to say to you, or what they intended for you. You would never know. So allow people to speak. Allow people to say what they're going to say out their mouth. Don't cut them off. Let them finish the whole thing. That's what I begin to learn. That silence. You don't always got to let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. You don't always got to tell somebody what you know, what you're aware of. Because they always try to go 10 steps ahead of you to try to clean it up, fix it up, reroute, start a different plan, go back to the drawing board, you get what I'm saying? Try to fix it all the time. Because now they don't realize that you caught on. They don't realize that you found out. They don't realize that you noticed something. People always want to hurry up and get their act together and clean stuff up after they done made a mess. So, but when you let a person, when you let a person feel comfortable around you, when you allow a person to think that the things that they do, the things that they say is okay, and that it should be tolerated, when you allow somebody to do those kind of things, you end up seeing exactly who they are. You end up finding out what's in that person's heart. You end up finding out how this person thinks, how this person feels. A lot of things come to the light and be illuminated when you allow somebody to be comfortable around you. And then whatever you get from that encounter, whatever you get from that experience, you move accordingly. Be it you cut them off, you don't tell them certain things, you don't invite them certain places, you don't invite them to your house, you get what I'm saying? You move accordingly when the person exposed to you and illuminate to you who they are, how they think, and what's in their heart. You let them feel comfortable. And the reason why I'm saying you move accordingly after that, because this is the key part also. You got to move accordingly after that, because when you allow a person to be comfortable around you and you tolerate the things that they do and it's negative, You teach people how to treat you. So if you let them get comfortable and you don't move accordingly after that, according to what they reveal to you about themselves, when you don't move accordingly after that, they feel like you just like them. They feel like you feel the same way, you think the same way, and you act the same way. So you have to move accordingly. Because the minute that you move accordingly, they gonna see that you and them is not the same. They gonna see that you and them is different. And sometimes, if I'm being honest with y'all, they get offended at that. They want you to be just like them. They want you to think like them. They want you to agree with everything they say, agree with everything that they do. And when you don't, and you choose to be your own individual, you choose to have your own decisions and choices, you show up in the world how you want to show up. You operate how God ordained and called you to operate in the world. They get offended at that. Sometimes people get mad at that. You got some people who don't mind. And you got some people that feel like, oh, you being funny. You start offending them just by being yourself. You start making them feel some type of way just because you being yourself. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to things like that, y'all, I'm sorry. When it comes to stuff like that, you would think that that's crazy because everybody is unique. Nobody is the same. We don't even share the same DNA. We don't share the same fingerprint. We don't have the same purposes and destinies. Nothing is the same. Like if I go, God forbid, there would never be another me. It may be somebody similar, but it'll never be another unique me, Imani. It would never be another me. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like ironic how people feel some type of way when you just want to be your own individual and you don't want to be an exact copy of them, or you don't agree to everything, or you don't take all their advice. You don't do everything they tell you to do. Like basically not giving you no breathing room or no moving room to make your own decisions and choices, or to show up in the world how you want to show up. You being funny to them, you doing something to them. You being yourself is an attack to them. You being yourself is a slap to them in the face. So it's like, even though you made in the likeness of God, God said y'all made in my image. So however God ordained you to show up in life, however he wants you to operate, you operating in purpose. That's like a slap in the face to God, because you made in God's image. And you being yourself and somebody getting mad at that, or they trying to scrutinize every decision and choice you make, everything you do, everything you say. You get what I'm saying? So, and also, those are also signs of misery. I'm trying to tell y'all something. That's also signs of misery and somebody being distracted. They miserable with themselves. They own lifestyle, they own choices and stuff like that. So they got so much time to scrutinize what you doing, your decisions and choices, how you decide to go about things, how you decide to handle things. They paying attention to every single detail, monitoring spirits. And if you're not doing things to make them better, if you're not doing things to make them feel better, if you're not stroking their ego, you're not coming to their rescue, you're not sympathizing with them, you're not empathizing with them, but you focus on elsewhere things, you got other things going on, you preoccupied with another task or something like that,